issue of Gaza and Palestine is so unsettling because many people are being forced to realize, well, they might be disempowered as so-called minorities in the West, and yet they are also a part of an imperial machinery that exploits and oppresses Palestine. I think we're living in a very long history of struggling to get rid of the structures and the legacies and the realities of colonization, which took half a millennia to build up. It's going to take a long time to take it apart. But if we recognize that the political struggles that we're engaging in should be political struggles around the cause of decolonization, then we can recognize how these seemingly disparate identities and histories are actually really connected, and why pointing to Palestine or pointing to Gaza and pointing to Israeli occupation and apartheid and genocide and naming those things as such is connecting all of that to this longer history of colonialism in which we're all embedded. And that's why it's threatening to connect, the causes of civil rights and minority empowerment and things like this in the United States to the cause of anti-genocide and pro-Palestinian advocacy, because it reveals how colonization deploys all of these things in order to exploit us and to separate us. That has been empowering for me to make this transformative journey. And I think one of the reasons why it's empowering is because my political consciousness has expanded, my understanding of myself and my political causes has expanded, and it makes one realize that wedding oneself to one particular political cause, especially around one's identity, can be really empowering, but also limiting in the long run, which is why there are perils to such things as identity politics. There are perils to revolutionary movements becoming static and becoming oppressive in their own way. And the way we inoculate ourselves against that is to constantly understand that we're in a web of relationships where we need to keep up these connections of solidarity. And we need to realize that sometimes we are disempowered and exploited, and other times we might be in the cause of power, which is why, again, the issue of Gaza and Palestine is so unsettling because many people are being forced to realize, well, they might be disempowered as so-called minorities in the West, and yet they are also a part of an imperial machinery that exploits and oppresses Palestine.